looking at the top 25 here, folks. This is the first time it's happened. All 12 of us in this dynasty are ranked at the same time. I'm saying that now because I'll probably lose here to LSU and fall right the fuck back out. Now I'm ranked. The top 8 spots. And number 11, number 14, and 21 and 22. 12 of us all ranked. Alabama down in third. Oh, you know what? I think Tennessee just lost, isn't it? Is that why? Because one loss should be ahead of 2 losses, unless he just lost this week. Let me see. And then the record updated, but he did. That was a big game between them two, because that made the difference. But Corey pretty much almost got that locked up, I think, with the conference championship game. Yeah, because he's taking a forced win here, so he's going to win it. So yeah, I mean,
said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. End zone. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. So Texas A&M's offense will have the football first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back.
Brings into the open. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Leaves it with the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Toss to the outside.
God damn it!
And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Listen, the comeback route is one of the more difficult routes to throw in college football. You see zone, and they're bailing, getting out of there. Nice job by the receiver, sticking his foot in the ground, coming back to the quarterback, catching the ball. Nice pitch, nice catch.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. LSU right back to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Makes the grab. It's Anderson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
To the air, it's Manning. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line, it's Moore. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Gonna look downfield again. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. 3rd down. Red zone the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Just drives it between the uprights. And we're even here in the first. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Using his legs to buy some time. Connection to the right. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll try to pop the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to pass, it's Collins. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab deep. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Wants to throw on 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage on the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer. They were able to get the stop.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Slings it downfield.
Oh my God!
On the right.
Give me a fucking break!
He smashes his way through again. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down into the 37. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush, playing man coverage in the back end? You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The short hands, it's Anderson. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you hear...
There he goes! And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Aggies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that 1st down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll try the right side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
To the air, it's Collins. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Quarterback making checks. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Off the play fake. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Caught over the middle, it's Green. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense, 2nd down, clock's running. To the air, it's Manning. With the catch, it's Anderson. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards. things, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw time running short in the half. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Back to pass. It's Manning. Under fire. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
Be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward when that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Short gain on the play before he slides. Line getting set on second down. Off play action. Got a man, it's Moore. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is...
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Back to pass, it's Manning. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Using his legs, it's Martin. On the move at the 30. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. At the 40, there he goes. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. They're setting up the screen. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's 1st and goal.
Go straight ahead. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more.
Scores on the sneak.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. Go! He won't get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Hand off from the shotgun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. And the Aggies with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Gives it on the option. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Collins. Buys a little time. Fires into the end zone. He caught it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the 1st down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short.
No.
Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, you know, late in the ball game, and you
Couldn't find his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
And man, that stings because this offense needed every single possession they had left. Now down by 2 possessions, and you're kicking the football off. That was a play that kind of just ended this one. This offense had to put points up, and instead they give up the big safety.
Returner is brought down at the 31, and your Texas A&M Aggies will take over.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. They'll run the option. Quick toss. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Just a short pass to the tight end. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. The offense changing the play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. The official says no good. After the missed field goal, this lead still sitting at 13. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Got the quick pass. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Turns it on down the left side. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to print the field position with the return.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
They'll try to run it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggie! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Manning. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, How will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
That's a first down for the offense.
And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's Hill. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Second down, they'll go to the air. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Better be about to win that. Thank you. Jesus Christ, finally. I held them out of the end zone the entire game, dude. Wow. Impressive. A big defensive stand earlier on in the game. They had a defensive stand against me. Pretty much there when I went fourth down and didn't get it. But then I got the safety the next play, so that worked out. Alright, we'll play the other two stuff. Unless I want to buy. I don't know. win out in order to make a bowl game. I didn't make a bowl game last season, and I'm probably not gonna this season either. Who's my remaining 3 games? There's so many of these games I should have won, dude. I think 2 different games I lost this year. I'm pretty sure I was ahead by 2 scores in 2 of my losses. I was ahead by 2 scores. I forgot I play Andrew in both dynasties. Right back to that game.